Hi everyone, it's me again, your student teacher, Miss Hannah, and welcome back to our class. How are you today? Great that you're all good today. So we are now on midterm, and our topic for today is all about ballet and contemporary dance. So it sounds familiar, right? Yes, so brace yourselves, later we will learn more about it. So before we start our discussion proper, we will have some activity. Are you all ready? Good. So please listen carefully as I will give you my instructions prior to our activity. I will show here some pictures that portrays the ballet and the contemporary dance. And all you have to do is you'll explain, describe on what you have observed. And lastly, you need to differentiate the two types of dances, the ballet dance and the contemporary dance. Is that clear? Good. So we will now start. So all of your ideas are correct. Now we will proceed to our discussion. So what really is ballet and contemporary dance? First, I will discuss here the ballet. So ballet is a type of performance dance that originated during the Italian Renaissance in the 15th century and later developed into a concert dance form in France and Russia. It has since become a widespread and highly technical form of dance with its own vocabulary. Next is the contemporary dance, a genre of dance performance that developed during mid-20th century and has since grown to become one of the dominant genres for formally trained dancers throughout the world, with particularly strong popularity in the US and Europe. In terms of the focus of its technique, contemporary dance tends to combine the strong but controlled leg work of ballet with modern that stresses on torso. It also employs contract release, foot floor work, pull and recovery, and improvisation characteristics of modern dance. Next is the contemporary ballet. A classical ballet has certain rules that must be followed, but a contemporary ballet has none. In a contemporary ballet, there might not be music, costumes, scenery, story, or footwear, unlike the ballet and the contemporary dance. It is a classical ballet that has 5 specific ingredients that must be included. So what is classical ballet versus contemporary ballet? So there are a lot of similarities and differences in the world of dance, with crossovers and borrowed steps. But today, we wanted to present to you all differences and similarities between classical ballet versus contemporary ballet. You more than likely have your favorite one to dance, and you more than likely favor one over the other. So, what do you like most, the classical ballet or the contemporary ballet? Okay, that's good to hear. But how exactly do they intervene, and what is it that makes contemporary dance have different from ballet? Let's dwell further into the world of ballet. Dance as a whole is one of the most expressive and aesthetically pleasing forms of modern day art. It expresses love, anger, sorrow, and joy, to name a few. It's one of the most beautiful forms of art that connects with its audience and consumes its audiences. Dance not only expresses how you feel, but it also tells an all-important story. Ballet has intricately played its part in culture and society over the course of its time. Two disciplines, though, that intertwine and yet vary so greatly is that of classical ballet and contemporary ballet. So, classical ballet and contemporary ballet are both unique in their core structures, whilst they share the same emitting of emotion. There are countless differences which, to an untrained dancer, might be not so obvious. Classical ballet uses fluid, graceful movements and emphasizes the longest lines possible with strict adherence to form and technique. Whereas with contemporary dance, there is a great deal amount of freedom, which we'll look into a little later. Here are the 7 types of ballet. So we will now talk about the 7 types of ballet. So ballet is by all standard the most graceful dancing style, full of poise and elegance. It is arguably the foundation of all dances. Its lessons on balance and posture instill skills that all dancers must master. Besides being beautiful, this popular type of dance is beneficial to the body and the mind. Young dancers find it very helpful in improving their expression and most especially their confidence. There are different types of ballet styles. Origin defined the early forms. Later styles are a combination of classical ballet, neoclassical and contemporary styles. Styles are also identified by the method of training. So here are the 7 types of ballet. First is the classical ballet. This is one of the early types of ballet. Classical ballet is classified according to historical and geographical origin. It includes the English ballet, French ballet, Italian ballet, and Russian ballet. Classical vocabulary and techniques define it. Ballet students learn techniques named after their creators. Next type is called the romantic ballet. This is a classical type of ballet modified by our artistic movements. It became popular in 19th century. Many of the moves are like those of the classical style, but there are artistic and performance differences that make romantic ballet style more unique. One of these is the pointy work, an impressive technique in which the dancers support themselves with their toes. In this type of ballet, the main focus is on the women dancers. Their preferred wear is the classical short white tutus, or it is called the La Silpide and Coppelia, are some of the romantic ballet styles that display intense emotions. The women dancers' moves are like those of sylphs and ghosts. They have ensnaring effects on the hearts of the men. Next type of ballet is the neoclassical ballet. This is a modern type of ballet with an abstract twist on the techniques and vocabulary. It is largely defined by informality since there are no formal costumes, plot, or scenery. Neoclassical ballet has endless possibilities. It integrates with diverse music without the formality of classical ballet. This possibility allows the dancers to apply modern techniques and choreographies. The result of this flexibility is a departure from delicate moves, strong moves, and athleticism characterize the style. Neoclassical ballet improves physical well-being and individual moods. The fourth type of ballet is called the contemporary ballet. Contemporary ballet is another kind of modern dance. It combines some techniques of classical ballet with those of the contemporary styles. It involves much experimentation where dancers perform great feats. The contemporary ballet style is related to neoclassical style. The two styles vary in their high level of athleticism and bigger, swifter tempo. The dancer performs barefooted and engages in lot of floor work with leg turns in. William Furset invented this ballet style. Next is the Baganova Method. The Baganova Method is a ballet style classified according to the method of training. It uses the French ballet romantic style with a Russian dramatic soulfulness and the Italian's athletic virtuosity. The Baganova Method is thus a reformation of the old style of ballet teaching. It features precise movements that express clean lines and underneath softness. A Baganova trained dancer is both strong and clean. They are usually soft and supple. They are also not stiff when performing on stage. The dancers effortlessly execute ballet movements by using their supple arms to contrast the movement of their legs. The next type of ballet is the Kishiti method. The ballet style is classified according to the method of training. It was developed by Enrico Kishiti as a classical ballet training technique. This type of ballet has a strict program that emphasizes the anatomy. The Kishiti method includes enforcing the planned exercise routines on the daily basis. It ensures every part of the body is worked through a combination of different types of steps. Each day of the week gets a specific varied schedule. It alternates working on different sides of the body week after week. This is to meet the greatest balance, vigor, poise, and suppleness. A well-trained Kishiti dancer moves like an instrument. The hands and legs work in excellent harmony. This method emphasizes quality over quantity. Next is the Born Non-Vowel Method. You can define ballet style both by the method of training and technique. This method focuses on the romantic style. Bournville is credited to have developed it. He is associated with the Royal Danish Ballet Company where he was a choreographer. The company continues to use this method today. Bournville style continues a more romantic tune while telling a clear love story. The movements appear effortless while in essence they are very technical. The dancer exudes fluidity and musicality. It is highly refined style that pays particular attention to detail. Bournonville style reaches to the heart with its expressions and romantic overtures. Ballet styles are classified by their historical development and the method of training. Your goal should dictate the style of your choice of ballet. In any case, any of these ballet styles will bring out a physically fit and flexible you that the end of the training. Besides, it is highly entertaining. Next is the contemporary dance styles and techniques. Contemporary dance styles and techniques combine the discipline, control, and poise of more traditional dance forms with the free movement and spatial expansion of modern experimental dance moves. Adults and children alike can gain fluidity of movement, greater understanding of improvisation, and freedom to express themselves individually and in groups through dance. Freedom to express themselves individually and in groups through dance. Adults who have enjoyed classical dance styles, ballroom dancing, pop, and jazz dance often report improved muscular flexibility and responsiveness when they participate in contemporary dance classes and groups. Children who learn modern dance modes along with their studies of traditional dances strengthen their bodies while gaining essential understanding of the varied dance steps, while combining the practice of classical dance patterns and steps with free form movement on smooth, open dance floors. They are encouraged to engage in creative and experimental dances. Next is the modern day dance styles and techniques for better student skills and enjoyment. Contemporary dance techniques and forms that enhance strengthen the skills, understanding, and enjoyment of dancers of all ages include the following. First is dance hip-hop. This lively, upbeat form of dance invites and encourages students to use their own unique, innovative skills and sensibilities to add creative style and spark to this creative form of choreography. Its varied, energetic rhythms are inspiring to all, including beginning students, making it nearly impossible to stand still once the music starts. Both experienced dancers and new students find this dance style a delightful way to participate and learn on their feet, gaining lumbar muscles, moving skills, and pure, free enjoyment while practicing hip-hop with their fellow students and friends. Next is the Zumba. Both teenagers and adults find this type of dance captivating and enjoyable. Popular at many parties and other social events, Zumba is based on the Latin rhythms and movements. Advanced students of this dance form often perform strenuous moves that combine studied choreography and individualized dance patterns and steps. Due to the sometimes athletic stamina, skill, and the body strength necessary to perform some of the more advanced and complex moves of techniques of this dance, it is often considered as an ideal form of exercise. Next is the modern improvisation. This contemporary dance mode is designed to help students gain greater awareness of the space around them as they move freely about the dance floor. Experimenting with flexible, creative body shapes, movements, and choreography. Modern music modes that accompany this improvisational dance encourage dancers of all levels of skill to reach new levels of achievement in using their bodies as fluid. Unlimited instruments to form new spatial patterns and artistic statements with relaxed yet dynamic and ever-evolving forms of movement. By enrolling in the many and varied dance instruction classes offered by South Coast Dance School with locations of Rai and Tutgarong, you and all your children will gain strong dance skills while improving your physical fitness, acquiring new friends who really enjoy the wonderful and diverse art of dance. This exciting innovative dance school expertly combines traditional dance forms and techniques with modern choreography and free-form movement of contemporary dance modes to instruct, encourage, and delight dancers of all ages and skill levels as they join in performing the beautiful, stylish, and intriguing art of dance.